Imagine this for a moment. You have a high-tech water filter in your kitchen. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, cleaning 50 gallons of water every single day. But what happens if that filter gets clogged? The water starts to get murky, toxic, and dangerous. Well, you actually have that kind of filter inside your body right now. Your kidneys, they're the unsung heroes of your body, quietly filtering about 200 quarts of blood every single day. Here's the scary part. According to the National Kidney Foundation, about 90% of people with early kidney damage don't even know they have it. Why? Because kidneys are quiet. They don't scream for attention until they're already in serious trouble. Today, on Decode Your Health, we're going to talk about 10 subtle signs, little whispers that your kidneys may be crying for help. Some of these might seem completely unrelated to your kidneys, but ignoring them could be a big mistake. Let's decode your body's signals, starting right now. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. I'm a passionate health researcher, not a doctor. This video is for educational purposes only. If you recognize some of these signs in yourself, please don't panic. It doesn't always mean your kidneys are failing, but it does mean it's worth calling your doctor and asking for a simple checkup. Your health is worth that phone call. All right, let's start with the most visible signs. Sign number 1 is in the bathroom. We all know that how often you go matters. Going too often, especially at night, can be a red flag. But I want you to look a little closer. Is your urine foamy? I don't mean just a few bubbles that pop quickly. I mean foam that looks like the top of a beer or scrambled eggs, thick, lasting foam. Doctors call this protein in the urine. It usually means the tiny filters in your kidneys may be damaged and are leaking protein, especially a protein called albumin. If you often have to flush twice to get rid of the foam, that's a warning sign you should talk to your doctor about. It doesn't always mean kidney failure, but it should not be ignored. Sign number 2, you're tired all the time, even after what you think is a good night's sleep. It's easy to say, I'm just getting older, but there's more to it. Your kidneys do more than just filter waste. They also make an important hormone called DPO. You don't need to remember the name, but this hormone tells your bone marrow to make red blood cells, the cells that carry oxygen throughout your body. When your kidneys start to struggle, they make less of this hormone. Fewer red blood cells means less oxygen for your brain and muscles. So if you feel like you're constantly running on low battery, even though you sleep well, it might not just be age. It might be your kidneys asking for help. Sign number 3 usually surprises people. Persistent dry, itchy skin. We often blame the weather, soap, or allergies. But when kidneys aren't working properly, they can't maintain the right balance of minerals in your blood, especially phosphorus. When phosphorus builds up because the kidneys can't get rid of it, it can cause severe, deep itching that feels like it's underneath the skin. No amount of lotion really fixes it, because the problem isn't on your skin, it's in your blood. Of course, dry and itchy skin can have many causes, but if it's constant, deep, and doesn't respond to lotion, it's worth asking your doctor to check your kidneys. Sign number 4 shows up in your mouth. Some people notice a metallic taste, like they're chewing on pennies. Others say their breath smells like ammonia or chemical-like. This can happen when waste products start to build up in your blood because the kidneys aren't filtering them out properly. Doctors call this toxin buildup uremia. It doesn't just affect your breath. It can also make food, especially meat, taste strange or unpleasant, and you may lose your appetite. If your favorite food suddenly tastes off or metallic, and it lasts for a while, don't just ignore it. It could be one of your body's early signals. Sign number 5 is visible swelling, usually in the legs, ankles, or feet. Doctors call this edema. Your kidneys help manage your body's fluids. When they can't remove excess sodium and water properly, that extra fluid tends to sink down with gravity into your lower legs. While swelling can also be a sign of heart problems or vein issues, puffy ankles or feet, especially if the swelling leaves a dent when you press on it, are like a check engine light you should never ignore. Again, it doesn't prove it's a kidney problem, but it absolutely deserves a conversation with your doctor while fluid goes to your feet. Sign number 6 often appears on your face. Puffy eyes, especially in the morning. Remember that protein leak we talked about earlier? When you lose a lot of protein in your urine, your blood loses some of its ability to hold on to fluid. That fluid then leaks into the surrounding tissues. The skin around your eyes is very thin and delicate, so it's often one of the first places this shows up. if you're getting plenty of sleep but still wake up with persistent puffy eyes, and especially if you also notice foamy urine, that combination is worth checking out. Sign number 7 is painful muscle cramps, often in the legs and feet, especially at night. This is usually related to an electrolyte imbalance. Your kidneys help balance minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium. When kidney function drops, phosphorus can go up and calcium can go down, which can trigger those painful cramps. Of course, cramps can also come from dehydration or overuse, but if you're getting frequent, unexplained cramps, especially along with some of the other signs we've talked about, it's another reason to get your kidneys checked. Sign number 8 can be scary. Shortness of breath, even with mild activity. This can be a double hit. Extra fluid can build up in your lungs if your kidneys can't remove it, and remember the tiredness from not making enough red blood cells? Less oxygen delivery can also make you feel winded very easily. Together, this can leave you gasping for air after simple activities, climbing a short flight of stairs, walking across a parking lot, or even just getting dressed. Shortness of breath can be a serious symptom from many causes: heart, lungs, or kidneys. If you notice this, please don't ignore it. It's definitely a call your doctor sign. Sign number 9. You can't concentrate like you used to. Your brain is a heavy oxygen user. When kidneys are sluggish and toxins build up in the blood, and when fewer red blood cells are carrying oxygen, your brain feels the impact. This can show up as memory trouble, feeling foggy or confused, or difficulty focusing on tasks that used to be easy. If you feel like your mind is wrapped in cotton all the time, or people say you seem more forgetful, it's another reason to include kidney tests in your checkup. And finally, sign number 10, feeling cold all the time. Even when the room is warm, someone with kidney issues might feel freezing wearing a sweater while everyone else is comfortable. This is often because of anemia related to kidney problems. If your kidneys aren't helping you make enough red blood cells, your body doesn't carry oxygen as well, and you're more sensitive to the cold. Again, feeling cold can have other causes too: thyroid, circulation, weight loss, but if this is new for you, it's worth checking. Now, I don't want to leave you with just the bad news. The beautiful thing about the human body is that it often tries to protect and heal itself if we give it the right support and catch problems early. So let's talk about 3 golden rules to protect your kidneys. Rule number 1, watch the silent killers. The number 1 and number 2 causes of kidney failure are diabetes and high blood pressure. They act like a sledgehammer to the delicate filters in your kidneys, wearing them down over time. Action steps. If you haven't had your blood pressure or blood sugar checked recently, ask your doctor. Consider getting a home blood pressure cuff and learn your numbers. Cut back on refined sugar and ultra-processed foods as much as you can. Bringing blood sugar and blood pressure under control is easily 80% of the battle when it comes to protecting your kidneys. Rule number 2, hydration, but don't flood yourself. We always hear drink more water, but for kidneys, balance is the key. You don't need to drown yourself in water. In fact, in some kidney conditions, drinking too much can be harmful, which is why your doctor's advice is important. For many generally healthy adults, a common target is around 1.5 to 2 liters a day, but let your thirst and your doctor's advice guide you. A simple rule of thumb: you want your urine to be light yellow. Very dark yellow often means too little fluid. Completely clear all the time can mean too much. Aim for that soft, light yellow most of the day. Rule number 3, be careful with pills, especially common painkillers. Many people take over-the-counter pain relievers called NSAIDs, things like ibuprofen and naproxen for arthritis, back pain, or headaches. Used occasionally and as directed, they can be helpful, but taken regularly, long-term, they're known to put a lot of stress on the kidneys and can cause damage over time. If you rely on these painkillers almost every day for chronic pain, please talk to your doctor. Ask about kidney-safe alternatives or other ways to manage your pain. Your kidneys are working hard for you every second of every day. They filter, they balance, they protect. The least we can do is listen when they whisper, so they don't have to scream. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 signs surprised you the most? Have you noticed any of them in yourself or someone you love? Let me know in the comments below. I really do read your comments, and they help me decide what to cover next. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this information reach more people who need it. And don't forget to subscribe to Decode Your Health and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next video on protecting your body from the inside out. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.